What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast, where, as promised, I told y'all I was going to continue to get the Jackson State faithful in here, continue to get the signees in here. And today, this was highly requested. A lot of y'all want to know about Big Country, so I got him here. And, we're going to get this interview going. We're going to get him out. We ain't going to keep him here too long because he got to do training and everything like that, getting ready for the season, So, listen, Country, thank you so much for being here, my boy. I really do appreciate you. You have no idea.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
All right, so listen, man. Normally, when I start off the interviews, I like to do a little icebreaker, just to break the tension a little bit. So I want to ask you, right? One gotta go. TJ Watt, Joey Bosa, Myles Garrett.
I'm probably gonna go with Joey Bosa.
Oh, you gonna go with Bosa?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I say Myles, he has speed and power, and TJ, he just has freakish speed, and Joey, he's kind of like in between. But I still think Myles is a way better athlete.
Got you. He's just more of a technical guy, like fundamental. Yeah. I get it.
Oh yeah.
So, would you rather, Josh? Would you rather get a big hit, like a clowny hit, or would you rather get a pick six and return it all the way to the house?
I would say a pick six because, that's the moneymaker right there. You can get all the hits you want, but people love touchdowns and interception turnovers. So probably a pick six.
I got you. Now, because you are a country guy yourself, and I'm from the country, I need to know which one you rocking with, right? Deer meat, gator meat, or hog? Like what's good with
you? Probably hog. I like the hog hunt. I went the other day actually. I like eating hog.
See, yeah. I'm a deer guy, but I get it. I get it.
Deer's good. Deer's really good.
So now let's get into you, the football player, right? I want to know. I want you to describe your play style. Are you a guy who specializes in rushing the passer? Do you specialize in running, stopping the run, or are you like a mix between both? Describe your play style.
I say mix because I was always taught to be able to pass rush, you need to stop the run before you just pass rush. So I would say I'm more like a power guy. I like stopping the run, but when it comes third down, it's all go getting after the quarterback. So, but really, I'm very powerful in my game. I'm very to react, whether it's play action, transfer to pass. So really, I'm playing whatever comes to me. So I don't really specify myself as a pass rusher, a run stopper, just play ball.
So that leads me to my next question, right? Why do you get the nickname Big Country? Did it come from your teammates in football? Did it come from your family and friends? Where'd you get that nickname?
Yeah, I came from high school when I was at IMG. My first week at IMG. One of my teammates gave it to me. He's at USC now. I believe I showed up in a cutoff camouflage shirt to the weight room one time, and I was like this big white boy walking in. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna call you Big Country," and I told them where I was from, and we grew up hunting and stuff. So that's pretty much where I got it from, and ever since then, people have been calling me that nickname. So
okay, so you brought the country style to IMG. I get it.
Yeah.
All right, so you attending IMG Academy, that is I would say a prestigious school especially for athletics, right? They're always putting kids at the Power 5 Division I level. I want to know, since you are an alumni of that school, in what ways does IMG Academy help prepare you for college football?
It helps a lot because they set it up just like college. So you have football in the morning. We used to get up at 6, and then they had breakfast check. You mandatory to eat breakfast. No one skips breakfast. It's like college, you got to eat breakfast. Then after that, you have your meetings, your position. You have team meetings and your position meetings, special teams. They took special teams really serious there, which they do in college. They did that, and then we had walkthroughs. The training. Before you even get on the field, you went to the training room, got all taped and stuff, did treatment and all that. And then you got practice. And then after practice, 12 o'clock, you'd have lunch, and then you'd go to school from like I think it was like 1 to 4 to 5 or something like that. I can't really
Mm.
remember. And then you had dinner, and then you did study hall from like 6. I want to say 6 to 7:30 or 8. So pretty much your whole day is busy, and they set it up just like college. So like that's every day too. It's like no days off. Like every day, it's like you're on campus, just like college. So that really prepared me when I went into college. So it was just like I would say high school was like pretty much harder than college because they were way more strict.
Mm.
So it definitely helped me when I got enrolled to Florida State, and very really helped me a lot.
That's crazy. You know what? So did y'all have any free time as high school kids, like at
Uh,
IMG?
it was hard. I mean, the weekends we did,
Uh,
it was kind of set up like where you had to sign out to go off campus.
oh
And
my
like
God.
you had like a curfew, like you had to be back at like 11. So it was set up to like you had to work. Like if you went there, like it's not made for everybody. Like if you want to work, you go there and like you work. You don't just slack off or nothing. So it's real
Mm.
deal. Yeah.
So you leave IMG Academy, you go to Florida State, you play in 7 games there before deciding to enter the transfer portal where you ultimately chose Jackson State. So what was it about Jackson State that stuck out to you?
To be honest, I want to say Jackson State was the first one that called me when I went in the portal.
Mm.
They called me like an hour later after I posted that I was going to the portal, and so I kind of like didn't like pay no mind to them because I really wanted to go play in the Big Ten, and so I went JUCO ball for a couple months, and then like it was the homecoming game. They called me like a couple days before. They're like, "Hey, just check us out. Like we'll fly you up, blah blah blah, for official visit."
Mm.
Like, okay, I'll give it a shot because I'd had like no clue, nothing about HBCU. Like I've never watched a game,
Mm.
anything, nothing like that. So I went to the homecoming game, and I was mind blown. I was like, wow. I was like, where's this been like my whole career? I never knew this even existed. I never knew the games were like this or nothing. So I went to the homecoming game, and it was packed. They took me to tailgates, and everyone showed love, and I fell in love with the place. Just the atmosphere is what caught my attention, and big thing too was the position coaches and Coach Prime, because they had like the experience. And a lot of schools, a lot of the coaches don't have that. They just have a coaching certificate, and they actually
Right.
been through it all. NFL coaches, experience, coached the best, played against the best. So that's what really caught my attention. And I was like, yeah, this is where I want to go.
And interesting enough, right? Coach Prime is the one who said, like, if you want to lose a player, you let him come to a HBCU homecoming. So I guess like you saw it and you was just blown away, right? Like
Yeah,
what was your favorite part? Was it the band, the
yeah.
food, the love? It was a culmination. Was it everything?
I want to say the food really caught me because when they took me to tailgates, we stopped. I think every tailgate there was, every person that was
Mm.
cooking food, and I probably gained like 5 pounds that weekend. I was eating, and the band was crazy. I never seen a band. The band was wild. I never seen a band like that in my life. So probably them two things really caught my attention. I really liked.
Mm. Now, a lot of people had this question for you because a lot of people like concerned where they didn't see you in the spring training lounge. They was like, "Oh, is Country coming? Is he not coming?" For everybody watching, when do you report to campus?
I come in early May, so I had to finish 2 classes at Garden City where I was playing JUCO ball.
Mm.
I'm doing 2 classes right now, which I'm about to be over with, and then I'll enroll in May. So I wasn't an early enroll. So I'll get there in May. I think like the second week of May, I believe, or the first week. I'd have to look. But yeah,
All
I'm
right,
going for sure.
bet. So there y'all go. Everybody watching, he's coming in May. All right, no more worrying about if he's going to be on the team or not, or if he changed his mind. Y'all got the answer. Now, Country, I want to know, what are your strengths as an edge rusher? What are your strengths?
Um, Really just power moves. I mean, getting people out the way. I can move offensive tackles very easy. I out strength a lot of people. I'm like always one of the strongest on the teams. So pretty much just powering people. I mean, I could get people out the way, and I'm very good at my football IQ. Very smart. I watch a lot of film. I can read plays, read formations, read fronts, all that stuff. So them two really helped me a lot.
And you know of Coach Thurman. Maybe you've met him already, maybe you haven't, but you know of him. And what a great job that he's done with that Jackson State defense last year.
Mm-hmm.
How, in what ways do you fit what Jackson State is doing on defense? Like, how do you in what way do you feel like you can come in and help them keep that momentum going as the best defense in the SWAC?
Yeah, I watched a lot of film on him last year. I really watched a lot of James Houston because that's where they said they're going to use me at.
Oh,
there and 3 technique, like certain plays. But yeah, I mean, I can help in a lot of ways. Just getting after the QB, stopping the runs. I know they blitz a lot, so I'm actually starting to learn the playbook right now. I can help in a lot of ways. Really, I'm just ready to work, get at it.
And it's interesting that you say that. Like, they're telling you that you're gonna be used out. James Houston was, because we've been wondering, like, who's gonna be that guy to replace James Houston in that production. So I'm glad we got that answer, man. When watching his tape, what stuck out about James Houston the most? Because the man had a great season last year.
Yeah, he did. I really watched his explosiveness. He had great explosiveness. I loved his pass rush. I know he hasn't played DN for a long time, but yeah, I watched really how he played. He played with a great motor and all. I really liked his play style.
So my next question for you would be, now that we know your strengths, what is one part of the game that you're working on?
Just working on bending. I've been very focusing on my flexibility this offseason and speed. A lot. I was a weightlifter a lot in high school, so I'd really get stiff in the hips. But every day, twice a day, I've been stretching over months now since October. So it's definitely helping me a lot in the long run.
And there's something that I saw on Twitter that I was kind of blown away when I read it about you, and I need to know if it's true, right, bro? What's your maxes? Because that tweet I saw on Twitter, it says you can bench 500 pounds.
Yeah, I mean,
500 pounds, my boy. I need to know your maxes, sir. That's strong. That's really strong.
Yeah, I haven't maxed out in forever. I really don't do it no more because it just puts a lot of stress on you, your shoulders and joints. I mean, I was in the high 400s, but I've never benched over 500, but I could bench a lot. I was really strong at bench. I was probably the second strongest bencher in Florida State under a D tackle. But yeah, I was always been a strong dude. Clean, squats, bench, all that. So yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. So are you one of those guys who get excited for the weight room?
Oh
yeah. I have to do that in the morning. You hyped up with the strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm working out even when we don't have workouts. I love working out. Yeah.
So you put the chalk powder on your hands and that's all you.
Chalk, wrist wraps, all that.
Oh man, hey, okay, all right. No, I love it though. I love it because I was never a guy who can get excited about the weight room, man. I'll see y'all do it. All right, but hey, what was your welcome to college football moment? Because see, I ask every athlete that comes on the channel. We all had it. What was yours? What was your welcome to college football moment?
I would say when I was at Florida State, because I was used to a lot of kids. They get used to when they're getting recruited. They're all these coaches show you love, or you're on their good side and all hyping you up. So I was we were in football camp, and I did something wrong. I forgot what I did, and the head coach, he went up one side and the other to me, and he cussed me out in front of everybody. I was like, dang, this ain't football recruiting no more. So this is real deal college football. So that's when I realized I was actually in college football then. So
you just got chewed out in front of the whole team.
Yeah.
Oh man, like when that happens, like do other players laugh at you? Like, you getting shoot out? Like,
Uh,
do they just like listen? Like, how was it like?
yeah, I don't think they laugh. They just listen. They'll motivate you and stuff. Just
Mm.
depends who your teammates are, I guess. But yeah, that was definitely one of them. But I really excited about playing in a full crowd because I haven't. My first year of college football was Corona year, so there wasn't really a crowd.
Right.
I'm definitely excited about that. Playing in full stadium.
And you definitely gonna get that, my boy, because Jackson State leads the FCS
Uh,
in attendance. Like,
yeah,
dude, like
yeah,
they own it. Like they always there every game. So especially this upcoming season, you gonna get that in an abundance.
yeah.
Right now, I was gonna ask you. I think you said this earlier, but how much did you watch Jackson State last season? And what was your thoughts overall on the season as a whole? Like,
Yeah. I watched probably every game after the homecoming game. I
mm,
didn't really pay attention to them before I went there, but after I visited and stuff, I probably watched about every game that they played. Um, I really liked how they played. There's some ups and downs, but there's some stuff. I mean, there's always stuff to work on. But
mm.
just for as like how long Dion's been there and they're playing that well, and that really means like can tell a lot. That really what like took me there also. But I mean, as a whole, I mean, there's stuff to work on, but like they did really good. I liked it.
So I imagine you've seen the new facilities that they exposed today.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that, man? It
Oh
looked
yeah,
pretty nice to me, but I want to know
yeah,
what's your thoughts on it.
yeah. They're really nice. They're really nice. I liked it a lot. That's what I saw. I mean, they got a new team meeting room, training room, locker room. I mean, I think I saw the turf field they showed me on my visit.
Mm.
It's really nice. They came a long way for sure.
Now, you've been at Florida State, so surely you've seen nice top tier facilities before, right? Like when you look at them both, because a lot of people feel like, oh well, Jackson State, yeah, the facilities is decent, but it's still not touching the Power Five. So, like to you, right? Is it still like is it on par with the Power like for the naysayers watching? Is it on par with the Power Fives?
Yeah, it's up there for sure. I mean, I really don't even care about facility wise. Like, I don't get into it all because
Mm.
that stuff ain't gonna get you to win a ball game or get you to NFL where you want to go.
Mm.
At the end of the day, you gotta work. It don't matter what you got. So I don't really get into it. It's nice to have.
Mm.
I don't really care. I can work out a small gym. I don't care. Just put in the work.
All right, so country, I want to know, man, what are you most eager to experience at the HBCU?
Um, I'm just ready to see the atmosphere, like when I step on campus and see what it's actually like to be a student there. That's what I'm most excited about. That and game day, just ready to run out the tunnel and just see all them fans cheering us on, or even walking off the bus, going through the crowd.
Mm.
But yeah, that's about it.
So, what are your thoughts on? Because I meant to ask you this earlier, and I just remembered. What are your thoughts on Jackson State in the spring game being on ESPN? That's a lot of exposure
Oh yeah,
for
that's
you and the
really
rest of the team.
yeah, that's really cool. I don't think I've ever watched a spring game on ESPN, but that's pretty cool that they're definitely having that on ESPN. I'm actually gonna be at that game, so I'm ready to watch them.
Are
Sure.
you going to be there?
hmm Yep, I'm gonna take a visit.
And when you took your visit to Jackson State, they let you take the pictures in the all white uniforms.
Mhm.
Is that your favorite combination from last season? Like, what was the uniform combo that you said like that's hot, that's fire?
Yeah, I like the all white and the red. The red really I like too. But them two are really, really nice. I liked a lot.
And last question for me, if y'all have any questions in the chat, 158 people in here, surely y'all do. Let me know now, because like I said, I wanted to get him in, and he got to get training done. He got to get his speed training done, so it wasn't going to be that long. But I wanted to get him in, so the questions that we wanted to know, we can find out about him. But last question for me, man, what do you hope to accomplish by the time you're done at Jackson State?
Just really, my goal is to get my degree and then get to the NFL. Um, that's about it. That's the two main goals I've always had. Hasn't changed. Just get my degree and get the NFL.
Mm. I like it, man. Your focus is just so like straightforward, like to get the degree, NFL. Like I love it. Ain't no pit stops, no in betweens, nothing like that. I love it. So Chris Major, one of the Jackson State fans, actually has a question for you. He says, "What is his major?"
I was doing criminal justice, and then I switched to entrepreneurship. So I'm gonna own my own businesses when I get out of whatever NFL. And I want to minor in real estate.
Okay, now that's dope. All right, so listen, she loves thee. Timona, shout out to Timona. She wants to know, you are vegan. What does that meal plan look like on campus?
I was vegan for a while, but then I started losing a lot of weight, so I started adding a little meat to my diet. But I'm definitely gonna still keep eating healthy. The greens, all that stuff. So just eating healthy every day with a little meat. That's what my meal plan's gonna be.
All right, and my boy Kedrick Hayes, he would like to know, who are you most excited to play at JSU? Play with at JSU?
I want to say my old teammates because I played with Trayvon Riggins in high school. Isaiah Bolden was my roommate at Florida State. So
wow.
Yeah, so kind of just getting like back with them, with my boys. That's what I'm really excited to do, and then meet all the new players I'll be playing with. So I'm excited to really just play with everyone.
And the Dazzling Urbanite would like to know, what are your top 3 favorite pass rushing moves?
Definitely speed to power. I like a little side scissors, like a side swipe. That, and I like a little stab, long arm, and then swipe when he shoots his hands. Are probably my top 3.
Keeping it going. My boy Big Mike, shout out to Big Mike. He would like to know, what are his measurables, height, weight, etc.
I was measured in at 6'5". I was 264 this morning. 264 something. Yeah, 264. Yeah.
6'5", 264. That's not bad at all. That ain't bad size at all. And and my question for you, right? When you found out Travis Hunter was coming to Jackson State, you were at Florida State. Florida State thought they had Travis, and then he switches to Jackson.
Yeah.
What did you think of that whole ordeal when it went down?
Yeah, I knew Travis very well when he was at Florida State. I was his host like every time, his recruit host every time I took him out, showed him around. And whenever I read it, because I was about to commit like later that day, I already had it planned. And whenever I saw that, I saw like he was thinking about coming to Jackson. I was like, holy crap. I was like, I did not see this coming, because whenever I used to hang out with him, he would always be so much on Florida State. And then that just kind of hit me when I saw it. I was like, dang, that's very wild. And that really what excited me too. So yeah, that was very, very cool moment.
So One Main TV wants to know, what's your personal goal for the upcoming season?
I definitely want over 15 sacks this season.
Ooh, I love it. What else?
I don't know how many James had, but I definitely want to beat that. So I'm always want to compete with others.
Yeah, so you're competitive. You're the competitive type.
Yep, I want to lead the team in sacks. That's probably my biggest goal right now.
And I think he had 14 sacks.
Okay.
14. Yeah, so you're right. You're trying to break that record. You got to get 15. I love it, bro. I love the mentality. Love the mentality. Oh, they said he had 16 and a half sacks.
Yeah, we'll do 17.
My boy Coach Simmons, does he have any record goals to break? He already said, Coach, he's trying to break James' sack record. She Loves D wants to know, what have you been doing in the offseason to stay in shape?
I really changed my diet a lot, like I was talking about earlier, just eating healthy. That, and I've been doing a lot of conditioning more, a lot of speed training, and of course weight training. And I definitely had a lot of flexibility in, like I was saying earlier. So the main ones has really been I could see a difference in this offseason. It's definitely going to help me in the season this year. So very excited to see what it helps me with the season coming up.
No, Jay Hunter, I'm actually piggyback off your question as a matter of fact. Maybe you've seen the schedule and maybe you haven't, but if you have, what teams really stick out to you in that schedule? Who are you excited to play?
Probably most excited to play FAMU just because I'm from Florida and I want to play a Florida team. That one and the one where we play in Tennessee. What's that team's name? The
Play
Southern,
in Tennessee.
don't we play in Tennessee? It's the Southern Heritage Classic. Or,
Oh, okay, I got you. Tennessee State.
yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that one too.
Okay, hey, you know what? That game, that Orange Blossom Classic versus FAMU week 1 of the season. Last season, that was the determining factor for who got to go to the championship. So it's a lot riding on that game.
Mm-hmm.
Playing at the Dolphin Stadium too, it's just a big venue. It's a lot going on. So I imagine you're going to be very pumped up for that game, just because of the implications it already has.
Yeah. Yep. I'm very excited about that game.
One person, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your username, but they would like to know, what do you do for fun?
Probably, I just hunt, fish, and work out is mainly what I do. And I hang out with my friends back home. We do the same stuff, go hunting, ride around. That's about it. Nothing to do much in my town, so. About it.
All right, y'all. Listen, last question. I'm gonna get him up out of here. Like I said, he agreed to do the interview, but he has speed training to do, so I don't want to keep him over what he has to do. But last question comes from Timona. She wants to know, right? We learned from other interviews that some players help recruit players. Did Zay Bowden help recruit you?
Yeah, yes, sir. He did. He would always text me. I'd always call him, ask him about the school, just to make sure that's what players do. They talk to each other and see how the school is. And he definitely helped me with my recruiting. So yeah, he did.
My boy, I get your question here, Mike. He would real last question. He wants to know, what type of music do you listen to?
I like country, old country. Not really the new country these days, like pop music, but I like old country. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. I love all music.
So like, there's like that. That's it. That's your pregame. That's your pregame
Yeah.
playlist before the games. You like country?
No, pregame I'm probably listening to like Meek Mill or somebody just to kind of hype me up. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Hey, there you have it, man. Josh Griffis, aka Big Country, coming to a quarterback near you. You better hide your quarterback, because my man's coming for it all next season. All right. Hey, Josh, thank you so much. I told you I was gonna get you out of here on time. So for you to do your training, man, I really appreciate you sparing this time that you could to be on the podcast, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right. Peace. Hey, y'all, there you have it. There was Josh Griffis, all right? Listen, I know we usually used to doing like an hour interview or whatever, but Josh did tell me when I hit him up, like, hey, I got to do speed training so I can, we can fit this in if you want to. And I said, bet, let's do it, right? Because he got a pretty busy schedule. So apologize that it couldn't be like the normal hour that it is, but at least we got to know some of the most important things about him. So he's going to be on campus the first week of May. He has to finish 2 classes at community college, the community college that he's at. So once he finishes those 2 classes, he's on the way here. We know he's very competitive. All right, very competitive. My boy instantly said he wants to break James Houston's sack record. And he's exposed to us that the coaching staff told him he is going to be used in the same way that James Houston was. So now we got a little bit of a look on how the defense is going to look next season. So, man, listen. I can't wait. I cannot wait. While I got y'all here, we all saw the facilities, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. This is what I'm talking about. This is going to help Jackson State so much when it comes to recruiting. Like, See, a lot of y'all are new to this channel, so you didn't really watch my older videos. But there's a video that I have when I first started this channel, and it said how Deion Sanders can turn Jackson State into a powerhouse. And one of the things that I said was that, of course, it starts with recruiting. And in what ways do you get recruits? You need the facilities, you need the amenities, you need the nice stuff. He went out and got that. That locker room, there's power. I'm not gonna say power fives. There's FBS schools that would kill for that locker room, right? See, you never really needed to have a facility of Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State. You didn't need it. You didn't need that to that caliber. That what Alabama has, what Clemson has, that is an embarrassment of riches. You don't need that, but you just needed, you just needed a good enough, not even good enough. You just needed a good facility. You needed good facilities, and you got that. So when I look at it and I compared it to some FBS schools, some Power Five schools, right? They have what Power Fives have. They have the player lounge, right? Looks just like an FBS player lounge. They're gonna get the TVs, the barbershops. I saw you mentioned that in the comments. The barbershop, right? The Gamecocks, Alabama, Clemson, like they have barbershops, right? They're gonna have rotating barbers coming in and out. This is what you need. This is what you need. So now, when already your biggest strength as an HBCU is the culture, because that's something that no Power Five, no PWI can match you with. Okay, they can preach family, they can preach culture. It will never touch an HBCU, as you can tell by listening to Big Country, right? Because that Big Ten school that was recruiting him lost him when he came to homecoming. He just told y'all. So now that you already have the culture and now you upgrade the facilities, you're becoming more of a force. The playing field is not leveled yet, right? I don't want y'all to think that. It's not leveled yet, but this was a hell of an achievement. This was a hell of an achievement. And Coach Prime and Coach O, with the recruiting power that they got, with the charisma that they got, and now you top that off with what they get to show the recruits when they come in, the new uniforms we ain't even see, Travis Hunter, the weight of Travis Hunter and Kevin Coleman, not maybe, because we know James Houston going to get drafted. When James gets drafted, right, it's going to benefit them. It's going to benefit them in a major way. So now all of these big heavy hitters that they're going for in the 2023 recruiting class, maybe they pull them out. Don't forget, Richard Young, the number one recruit, the number one running back in the country for next year's class. He's seriously considering HBCUs. Seriously. FAMU and Jackson State. He's going to take a visit to both. Now you got things to show them. You can show them the training tables. We got the training tables like, these bigger schools. That's what you got. We got the PlayStations and the Xbox. Look at the weight room. It's nice. We got the charger ports. We got the little venting cooling system in the locker rooms. We got all that. So now you add that with the culture of homecoming, right? The food, the women, the band. You add the swagger. You got the celebrities on the sidelines, the rappers in the locker rooms, and now you looking at a full head of steam for Jackson State when it comes to recruiting against these Power Fives. You got a full head of steam now. I always wanted to see this happen for HBCUs, and I'm glad that it is. Hopefully Valley's next. Hopefully Valley is next. Let me see. Noenzo Phillips say y'all didn't see anything yet. Hey, I bet that's the thing. Coach Prime only showed us a sample size. We didn't even see the finished product. As a matter of fact, if you go on Coach Prime's Instagram right now, he's still posting on his story of the facilities, like the bathroom with the marble counters and the marble floors. I'm like, ooh, like it's looking real. It's looking real official in there, man. It's looking real official in there. Noenzo said Valley is getting turf. That's good, because we all know how much of a hazard that field was last year. But I want more for Valley. I don't want bare minimum. I want Valley to address their needs, and I also want them to have a little luxury as well. That is a program who deserves it. Seriously, with what they've had to work with, Dancy deserves it. Those players over at Valley deserves it, man, because they come out every week and they lay their hearts on the line. And they give you great game, great competition. They're not pushovers anymore. They really deserve they deserve the, I'm not gonna say better than Jackson, right? But they deserve that stuff too. Like they deserve to be on the same level. Like let's truly level the playing field, and let's let the chips fall where they may. That's what I really want to see. That's what I really want to see, right? When the playing field is truly level, and I mean truly level all across the board. Who gonna come out on top? Who gonna come out on top? Seriously. Seriously, who gonna come out on top? Prime gonna make CFL take 3 whole days. Hey, check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna be at some games. Y'all know this. I'm gonna be at some games. 3 whole days off of work. I'm gonna take more off. I'm gonna always be watching Jackson. I'm gonna come to some games. I'm gonna watch y'all on TV so I can, get back to making the pregame videos and the postgame videos like I've been doing. But with that being said, I am going to Orangeburg to watch some games too. I just want y'all to know that. So if y'all follow me on Instagram and y'all see me at my story at South Carolina State's homecoming, don't say nothing. Y'all know I'm from here. Don't say nothing. All right? No, I ain't switching. I ain't switching sides. I ain't hating. I'm gonna be down there too. Right? So I'm gonna be back and forth. But even when I'm at Orangeburg for that Saturday, y'all are still gonna get the pre and post game videos for Jackson State. Like I said, I'm still gonna be watching y'all. But some weeks I'm just, I'm gonna be somewhere else. See if I'm gonna do. Hey, do that, my boy. I appreciate you. Do that. Had a day up. hey, Sonic. I was born in '96. All right, but nah, I ain't really been having days off like that. Well, I'm pretty sure you meant to ask him that question before he leaves. What it seems to me that my boy is in pretty good shape. Big Country is in pretty good shape. So as far as that motor goes, man, I don't think we're gonna have problems out of that. I don't think we're gonna have problems out of that. Just think. That's the thing. Coach Prime ain't been to a recruit's house yet. He ain't been to a recruit's house yet. Come on now. That's first of all, when I first heard that, I didn't really think it was the flex he thought it was. It is a flex, yes, that he's able to get the number 1 recruit in the country, Kevin Coleman, and he hasn't even stepped foot in their houses. But you are Coach Prime. Now that he's healthy, right? Now that things are on the up and up, I would hope he takes a visit to somebody's house this upcoming season. Because, you really can do, I feel like Prime could really shut things down if he steps foot in these players' houses. Because that's a big part of it. It's one thing to know and talk to Coach Prime on the phone and, have your dad look at you like, damn, I'm a fan of Prime, and now he talking to my son on the phone, and he want my son. For Coach Prime to actually step foot in your living room and sit here and talk to you about how he wants you to play for Jackson State and how he's going to take care of your baby, right? And how by the time he's done with your kid at Jackson State, he's going to turn them into the ultimate professional, whether that's for the NFL or that's for whatever corporate job or whatever they want to do with their degrees. If Coach Prime can step foot in these kids' houses next season, it's up. It's up. But I'm just so excited. And let me tell you something else. Watching this team, watching the practice footage, right? I get goosebumps. I genuinely believe that this team is probably going to be better than last year's squad. I do. Maybe I'm wrong, and if y'all disagree, that's cool. Y'all are entitled to your own opinions, as am I. I genuinely think this team is going to be better than last year's. Seriously, look at the weapons. from the few clips that we've seen, Shador's out there looking better. He's making throws I didn't even see him make last year. You have weapons galore. Kevin Coleman is routing up DBs out here. Kevin, and not freshmen. No, Kevin Coleman is out there routing up DBs. Quay Davis, we know what Quay been doing since his freshman year. I think in one of those clips I seen Travis on offense. He caught a ball in like what did he do? Did he dive over somebody and got into the end zone, a hurdle or whatever? He's looking great. Yo, this team. Hey, Kendrick, I'm glad you brought up Buckley. Cameron Buckley looking like that dog. Cameron Buckley is looking like that dude. I'm telling y'all straight up, bro. I'm telling y'all straight up. It's gonna be it's gonna be something, man. Coach Bartolone got the keys to the Ferrari. He just can't. Don't crash it. Just don't crash it. You feel me? As for my expectations of the next season, please, no more dinking and dunking. I've never been a believer that you can just dink and dunk your way down the field and you're going to be successful all season. You really have to push that ball downfield. And now more than even last year, you have the guys to do it. You have the guys to push the ball downfield. So no more of that dinking and dunking and stuff. But man, I'm telling you, I'm so excited, bro. I'm so excited. As for the defense, the secondary, they looking real good. Ooh, they looking real good, right? Because see, Nugget on one side, Travis on the other. From what I've seen, because Shallow posted a few highlights himself, he's still, laying the hit. Did he wrap up in that highlight that he posted? No, he did not. If I'm being honest, but I expect him to be better as well. He laid the big hit. He got the big hit, obviously, which is why it's on his highlights. I want to see some coverage highlights of him. But John Huggins, he's coming back. He's going to be better than ever. And I know we worry about James Houston and Antoine Owens, but let me tell you something. Between Juriante Davis, between Michael Plez, right, between Big Country and Antonio Doyle, somebody going to hit. Like, that group of guys, like, somebody going to hit. This is gonna be dope because you still got Niles Gaddy. You still have Aubrey coming back. Katron is a true sophomore now with a full year of experience under his belt. Coinus Miller is back, so that middle is solidified. So we'll see who has success running on them. I just can't wait to see it. As far as that Orange Blossom Classic, it's gonna be a good game. Cause I know a lot of family fans have been hitting me up. It's gonna be a good game, but I still don't like the fact that they went out and scheduled the Tar Heels week 1. I think that is so detrimental to you and what you're trying to accomplish. Schedule that game after that. You don't schedule that before an important game like the Orange Blossom Classic, which was the only reason why you weren't able to go to the Celebration Bowl. Lord, I did not like that decision at all. But even I have to be fair to FAMU in some respects. Like, my God, do they look good as well. They've been making moves as well. Like, they went out and got key pieces on defense to go with Isaiah Lane, and they're going to be deadly. Then you bring back Xavier, right? You bring back him. You get the running back from Georgia State, who is an absolute threat in the open field, to go with Terrell Jennings, who's going to be returning in that backfield as well. All you have to do is figure out that quarterback's position. That's it. All you got to do. Yeah, some DB videos look sus. So check this out, right? Every DB video I seen, Nugget wasn't getting beat, Kevrick wasn't getting beat, and Travis wasn't getting beat. Those are backups. Look like young guys to me anyway, so I can't really say they look sus, if I'm being honest with you. As a matter of fact, there was one clip where I saw Nugget play perfect coverage on All-Eye Brown. like perfect coverage, right? Mirrored him. So yeah, I wouldn't say they're looking sus. I think those are the younger guys on the team. Like the third stringers and stuff like that. That's looking like that. But nah, as far as the starters go, they good. They good. The wide receiver room, Filthy ain't enough DBs. I don't care. That's my thing. That's my thing. Alabama A&M went out and got 13 DBs. I don't even think they enough. If I'm being honest with you, I don't even think they enough. I gotta see them play. Like if I'm being dead serious, I don't think they enough. I do not think they enough. You know how motivating it is to play under your idol. Hey, facts. And I think Travis is really gonna eat that up. But while I got y'all here, because I've been stewing on this question for a couple of days, if we're being realistic, right? If we're being realistic, what kind of year do you think Travis has as a true freshman? Seriously, like I know we're excited because of the ranking, but realistically, do we think he dominates? Like, does he just become locked down on his side? Do y'all think that's going to happen? Do you think he'll have a learning period or an adjustment period to the college game, or is he just going to come out the gate swinging? I want to know from y'all. Because we assume, right? We assume Travis is going to come out and he's going to kill it. We don't know. We don't know. I do. I think he's going to come out and kill it, but we don't know. Hey, Jordan, yeah, man. I know he had to get going. He had to get going really, really fast. So I apologize for that because you're a Florida guy yourself. We talk a little bit. I know you want to get your question in, but nah, he was very pressed for time. So I was just happy to get him in. Also, while I got y'all here, Friday, Trey Glymph is coming on the show. My boy Trey Glymph, he's a UAPB signee now. We thought he was coming to Jackson State. Coach O and that recruiting staff, they had other plans. They wanted Mata. So, we're gonna talk about that. He's gonna be on Friday. For those of you who haven't seen him on Scotty's channel, Trey Glymph is gonna be on. So y'all will know what happened with that. But either way, man, Trey is my boy, and I'm gonna be rooting for him regardless. But he's gonna be on Friday. Travis is going to be a problem on day one. Okay. He will be back bigger next year. Ready anywhere to. First of all, I didn't even know they were getting an indoor practice facility. I had no idea. No idea. So if they are, kudos to them. Kudos to Jackson, right? Because that's the next step. All I know of is the artificial field, the grass field that they got. I know nothing about it. Travis may have a little trouble if he lines up against a wide receiver that's physical. I don't know. I don't like. That's the anomaly with Travis. I think he'll be just fine, but there's always that voice in the back of your head, like, damn, what if he has an adjustment period? So let me ask y'all this: if he does have an adjustment period, right? Like if he comes out week one and he kind of underperforms a little bit, does that change your perception of Travis? Are y'all going to look at him like he's a bust? I hope not, but I want to know. Chris. Hey, Chris, send me that. Send me that. I ain't gonna make this a call in. I ain't gonna do it. So he played against everybody, plenty of physical receivers in this region. Yeah, he did. And I don't really think he's going to like struggle against physical kids. But everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But physical receivers in high school and physical receivers in college, that's two different things. And you know, Travis is his body type. You know, he can definitely put some weight on, which I think he will do, but it's not going to happen overnight. So I just want to know how he's going to handle that over the stretch of a whole season. Regardless, I'm excited for the boy. I'm excited for the boy. Now I know he's saying that Travis is going to play both ways. I know he's saying that, but realistically, how much snaps is he going to get on the offensive side of the ball? How much snaps is he really going to get on the offensive side of the ball, especially with all those weapons that you have? If it's me, I'm using him, you know, in situations. Um, we know what he can do when it comes to 50-50 balls. I mean, the boy's out of this world. He went viral last season for catching that, for just mossing that kid from the Nevada school, one of the top schools in the country, mossing him and scoring a touchdown, even though they lost that game in very close fashion. Travis absolutely balled. So, you know, I know, like, he's great at receiver. I'm a big fan of him at receiver. But realistically, how much is he going to be at receiver during the season for every game? I don't. You know, I see him coming in for some plays. Maybe you put a package in situationally, but nah, I don't think he's gonna be out there like the whole time. You don't want to break that man. That's what scares me too. You know, you get a, you know how when kids get like a shiny new toy, you know, they disregard all the other ones and they just want to play with that one, and they really want to test it, like they want to push that toy to its limits, and then you wind up breaking it not long after you get it. Not saying that Jackson State to do that, but you know that is a little fear of mine. You know, let's not do nothing crazy with him, right? He still is just one person. So I hope they don't hurt that kid by putting him on, because I seen some people was like, you know, we gonna put him at punt return, put him in kick return. I'm like, hell no. What's wrong with y'all? Like, don't hurt that boy, all right? Please. He'll get a good 20 plays on offense. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. No one's on me either. Me either, right? But you know, you gotta explore other possibilities, right? Because if he like I said, if he doesn't come out week one and or the first couple of weeks of the season and have like a great showing, people are gonna look at him differently. I know y'all ain't gonna care about that because y'all believe in him. So do I. But I just want to explore the possibility. You know, I think he'll be fine. They just want him and Kevin doing all they did in high school. Call line. Should I open up the call lines? Y'all want to talk about this? Should I? I wasn't even supposed to be on this long, to be honest with you. I hear Coleman and Travis versus Nugget happened. Is that true? Did that happen? Let me tell you something. If that happened, I need to see the footage. I need to see that footage. If that went down like that, I gotta see it. Because let me tell you, bro, Kevin out here, right? He routing people. He really is routing people. So before I was like, maybe that slot is up for grabs. Now, give it to Kevin. I'm looking at it like, bro, Kevin gonna be out there. Kevin's gonna be out there. And you know what's crazy? We talked about Cameron Buckley. We talked about Quay Davis, Shane Hooks returning, right? Travis getting his reps in at receiver, Kevin Coleman. What's one person who we forgot about? What's one person? Mr. Rucker, Trevante Rucker. They is too deep. They is too deep. I forgot about Trevante Rucker. Bruh, ain't nobody stopping him. Ain't nobody stopping him, man. And Malachi, do you know? Let me tell you something. If I can name all these people and still forget the top performer, one of the top performers on the team at receiver last year, that is a problem for everybody else. That's a problem for everybody else, dog. Oh, my goodness. Check this out. One last question before I get up out of here. I need your predictions for Jackson State offensively. Offensively. How much yards, how much touchdowns? Like, I need it. I need it. Because they at the very least, they gotta be the top passing attack. Is it even going to be enough game time to go around? New levels, new devils. Amber, new levels, new devils. That's really not a bad problem to have. Right? That's a good problem to have, if I'm being honest with you. New levels, new devils. You're just gonna have to find a way around it. You know, a lot of people are worrying, it's only one ball on the field and everybody can't catch it. I'd like to combat that by saying last year, Jackson State had 5+ receivers who had over 35 catches on the season for 400 or 500 yards, something like that. So, Shador does a pretty good job of spreading that ball around well. 40 points again. 40 points again. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. My boy. Lawrence was good. My boy was good with you. Lawrence, if you came in here late, bro, you missed it. He ain't had much time, but he was in here. He ain't flaked on me. So let me address that too before I get up out of here. So yes, I've had a lot of cancellations within the past few days. Jasper Frias, Semi. There's been people who canceled on me. A couple of them made it up to me, right? But a lot of them, they canceled on me, not for selfish reasons, not for reasons to get on them or anything, but just for the simple fact that they had a lot going on, and it just couldn't happen. So I didn't mean to get y'all hopes up for that. It wasn't me capping. It wasn't me trying to just get y'all hopes up. I swear, every single one, they just happened last minute and they just canceled. No fault of their own. Life just happens. But what are the odds that it happened the way that it did in the span of those few days? So that's my bad on that. But we're gonna get back on track. I give JSU 25 to 27 average. That's doable. I like it. All right, so check this out. I'm going to get up out of here. All right. Love the fact that y'all all showed up for the live. I really do. Big Mike wants to know when you getting Quay Davis. So, here's the deal with Quay Davis, right? Hit him up on Instagram, right? I was like, hey, fam. The first time I hit him up, I was like, hey, I need your practice highlights because I'm making this video for the Jackson State receivers. He sent it to me. We talked a little bit after that, blah, blah, blah. I hit him up again. I said, hey, bro, I would love to get you on the channel, obviously, to have a live interview. And he liked it. He agreed, but then he never got back to me with a date. And, I'm not going to run behind people or beg him or anything, right? And then I'm not saying Quay is being shady or anything. I'm just saying Quay has been very busy. So I always tell them, y'all get back to me when you have an open date to be on the show. So Quay didn't reject it. I'm really just waiting on him to come at me with a date in time to do the interview. But yeah, we've talked about it. He's agreed to it. It's just that. Also, y'all know about Rufus. Thank you, Timona, for reminding me. Y'all know about Rufus, right? The freshman offensive lineman, him and James Reddick from the Coach Prime documentary. My boy who was singing the Keisha Cole on IG. I'm gonna hit them up because we gotta get them on here. Those boys is funny. I'm gonna try to do a dual interview for both of them. I want both of them on at the same time. Maybe, you know, we could all be laughing. We can all have a good time. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna hit them up as soon as I get off of here. Off of here, I'm gonna do it. Last announcement: there's a video coming on a particular player who plays in South Carolina State, who is a receiver for South Carolina State, who is going to shock a lot of people next season. We knew about Shaq Davis. I tried to warn y'all about Shaq Davis. I was like, stop calling him Baby Megatron. He's not that good. You saw what he did. And now that number 9 kid is gone, the one who made the 4th and 24 catch in the Celebration Bowl, right? He's going to the NFL. A lot of people feel like, oh, they don't got nobody on the other side. Oh, they do. They do. This kid was redshirted last year, and he's ready to go. So I'm going to drop a video tomorrow on him, and all I'm going to say is this. I'm going to put his name out there. Y'all can choose to believe me about him now, or y'all can wait until next season come and you see what he's doing. Either way, y'all gonna know who he is by next year. I'm just trying to warn y'all now. Them boys is coming. Them boys is coming. But Kobe, what the 40 looking like on April 9th? All right, so if y'all don't know, we got a HBCU combine going down at South Carolina State's football stadium April 9th on Saturday. Let me tell y'all something. We all agreed to make videos to get y'all excited about it, right? That's why we did what we did. Please understand, don't put your money on me. Listen, I ain't worked out in so long, bruh. And honestly, if Blue not participating, I ain't gonna participate either, because I'm not gonna be the only big boy out there running with Cut Day, Jeff Lightsey, my boy Architect TV, and Offscript. I'm not gonna be the only big man out there. That ain't even fair to me, right? So if Blue out there and he participate, I'm gonna participate, you know. But if it's just me, don't put your money on me, because I promise you, I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Don't put your money on me. I ain't been working out. I have not been working out. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. So yeah, don't put your money on me. You might get a real laugh during that 40-yard dash. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm doing it because I'm a good sport. I'm doing it because I'm a good sport. How you feel about Quincy Casey? Somebody hit me up, right? I wasn't at the Alabama A&M spring game, and I didn't see it. But somebody hit me up, and they sent me clips. And they said Alabama A&M did not look all that good. And I don't think this is going to be the thing for them all season. I just think they still have growing pains. It's a new team with all those new additions. And you're trying to find the guy who's going to replace the legend in it that is Akil Glass. I think Quincy can win it because Quincy has the better arm talent. Quincy can make the throws. The boy is talented. He's very talented. I'm looking for him to win that job. I'm scared for him because that kid from Miami, he might not have the arm talent that Akil has, but the boy's a pretty good athlete. He can run. He has that dynamic to his game. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But I think Amanda should give that starting job to Quincy and go all in on him. But we'll see. We'll see. I really do think Quincy is talented enough to command the offense in the SWAC. I really do. I really do. And because I know Israel Carey, this is supposed to be the revenge season of. So listen, it doesn't mean that it's not, right? Because the kid from Miami didn't outplay Akil in Akil. The kid from Miami did not outplay QC. QC did not outplay the kid from Miami. Like, there's still a lot more to go. Quincy made great throws, right? But and this is coming from off script because he was at the spring game. He said Quincy made great throws, but the kid from Miami just seems like he ran the offense a little bit better. He the offense flowed smoother when it was with him. But Quincy made the better throws. He made the better throw. So it's still a toss-up. Even when they asked man after the game, right, they was like, how do you feel? And he was like, oh, we still got to see. We're still trying to find somebody to, fill those big shoes of Akil. And that's that. Like we'll really just have to wait and see. We'll really just have to wait and see. As for Jackson State's quarterbacks, we know Shedeur is a starter. The backups, everybody talks about that kid that came from Ohio State, the walk-on. He's smaller than what I expected him to be. He's a real small kid, but he looks talented. However, QB number 2 at this point, it might be Grayson Thompson. It might be Grayson Thompson. The boy, he's showing promise out there. I like Grayson a lot. So maybe he gets the backup role to Shedeur. That position and who gets that number 2 role is so important to me because God forbid if Shedeur goes down, you want somebody to come in and pick up where you left off. You don't want your whole season to go down the drain. Not with those weapons. If God forbid Shedeur goes down. But I have nothing but faith in Grayson Thompson. The kid's very talented. I mean, very talented. That kid from Ohio State though, he's small. I haven't seen him throw a football yet. We even forget Nugget's cousin, right? I think that's Nugget's cousin who's the quarterback there too. I think they call him Peanut. He's there. I need to see how he plays. I'm excited for that. So we don't know. That second spot is really up for grabs. I just think Grayson Thompson is going to be the one to pull it out. But with that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Like I said, this Friday, Trey Glenf is going to be on. So make sure y'all check that out. You'll find out why he didn't end up choosing Jackson State. He'll be completely honest with you. For those of you who did not watch Scotty's live, he'll be completely honest with you. He'll tell you, but that's not what the whole thing is going to be about. We're just going to get to know Trey Glenf. That's my dog, right? So he's gonna be on the podcast on Friday. Next week, after I'm done with this live, I'm gonna hit up Rufus. I'm gonna hit up James Reddick, and we're gonna get them boys on the podcast. We're gonna do another dual interview. Gotta have them boys together. We have to have those boys together. All right, and then y'all can make suggestions on who you would like to see on the podcast from Jackson State. I will do my best to get them on. I will do my best. I can't make no promises. I cannot make no promises. Shout out to my boy, Raw Truth Media. You want to talk about a guy who knows his stuff. You want to talk about a guy who has better takes than some of the analysts on ESPN with the things that he says. That's my boy, Raw Truth Media. Also, if you're an NBA fan and you're a fan of the Ball brothers like I am, or if you're a fan of LaMelo Ball like I am, you should watch his channel because he has the insight. You feel me? That's my dog. So please go check out my boy, Raw Truth. He talks about Jackson State as well. He talks about the SWAC as well. He does both. So check out my boy, Raw Truth Media, man. He's dope. He's dope. I'll get Peanut to hit you. Hey, Dante, please do that. Please do that. Mario, you came in late. He was on the show, and he decided to fit me in before he did his speed training, which I was very thankful for. So he's been on, and now he's off. You missed him. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go back and watch it. But hey, thank y'all so much for tuning into the podcast, man. Really do appreciate you. Look out for that new video tomorrow on this kid who you really should keep an eye out for next season, who's going to be wide receiver 2 to Shaq Davis on South Carolina State. The boy is a route technician, I'm telling you. But yeah, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for your continuous support, and I'm out. Peace.